Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And you guys is another WandaVision episode review. Today we're tackling episode 4. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen it, we interrupt this program. This is I think we can all agree this is the best one yet. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this episode, but really just to kind of say something, the first 3 episodes of WandaVision are good, but for some reason I never... I knew something was going on, I knew there was a bunch of weird questions, but I always looked at those 3 until today and I went, wow, I hold Marvel at such a high esteem, especially the MCU. Every single MCU movie I've seen is great. The Incredible Hulk, maybe that's my least favorite. Captain Marvel's good, Ant-Man and the Wasp is good, but there isn't a bad movie, you know what I mean? There's nothing bad about the MCU. They're all really good in their own way. But I always felt WandaVision was kind of, This is not Marvel running at full capacity, This is not Marvel at their full esteem, at their, all their engines are not running, something's caught in the cogs, But upon watching this episode, I could see that I was wrong, There's a reason why those 3 episodes are like, and I knew that, I knew we were going to get some kind of answer. But to see that this episode answered everything in such a cohesive way, if you're a Marvel fan, if you follow the movies, you will know that this is a great episode, you know what I mean? First of all, I think Marvel does a really good job of kind of comparing things to other things. So seeing Jimmy Woo, which was really cool, which I don't think he's a great actor, but he's alright. I think he was kind of cool in Ant-Man and the Wasp. To kind of see him kind of do the card trick, and like flip up his card just like Scott taught him. I think that's kind of cool. The whole reference to the blip, which I forgot it was called the blip. I'm like, what the hell is a blip? The blip is when Thanos snapped and when Tony snapped. So that is the blip. But it was really cool to see Monica Rambeau, who is, and correct me if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments, but in the movie Captain Marvel, Carol had her buddy, and she had, her buddy had a daughter, and that daughter is Monica Rambeau, and she was in the older WandaVision episodes. She was the black lady in that. So I'm like, okay, who's this lady? What's going on? And then they showed the picture in the sword, SWORD, that kind of acronym thing, kind of like Alka from Phineas and Ferb, I guess. And I was like, okay, I'm piecing this together. That's who that is. That's who that is. The kind of scenes where Wanda is talking to the lady and like the radio's going, Wanda, who's doing this to you? Wanda. That shot of the dude flipping the book at the end of the first episode, seeing the dude come out of the grit, like the beekeeper come out of a sewer pipe or whatever, the manhole, the grate. That was really cool. The helicopter that's kind of like different colors and all that, like how it was like red in like a black and white environment or a noir environment. All of these things are connecting, because every time I watch this episode, weekly 1, 2, 3, I'm like, what the heck's happening? What's that? What's that? Who's this? Why is this happening? Why is Wanda doing this? Vision's dead. So many things are kind of happening, and I'm like, they need to answer it in a cohesive manner, and they did it. They freaking did it. I watched this episode, and I'm like, this is a damn good show now. This is Marvel at full capacity. They answered my questions in a cohesive manner, and now I'm really excited to see what happens. We're on episode 4 out of 9, and this is crazy. Darcy Lewis is back. We got Jimmy Woo. There's so many people in this, kind of, working behind the scenes. Oh, why is Wanda doing what she's doing? Vision's dead. Wanda has these little visions, no pun intended, of Vision dead, all churned up and burned when Thanos ripped the Mind Stone out of his head, and he was like, when he fell over. There's references to that. We see Wanda kind of shoot Monica back to the real world. Of course, there's that invisible wall in Westview. People are like, oh, Westview doesn't exist, it's Eastview. And of course, we find out that it really does exist, and it's kind of like an invisible barrier. You put your hand through it, you go into WandaVision land. It's really meta and really cool, because, when we're watching episode 1, 2, and 3, we're doing it. We're like, okay, why is this a sitcom? You know what I mean? And it's fun, it works on so many, because it works on the level of, okay, I'm watching something that's different and fun for the sake of different and fun. But the fact that they're actually doing that and making it into, like a part of the story, it's freaking awesome. It's really, really good direction, really, really good story here. And now that it all makes sense, watching 1, 2, and 3 again, which I didn't do, but I remember them, it really makes sense now that I'm like, okay, that's that, and that's that. There's so many things in there, and it's just really well done. They answered the questions in a cohesive manner, like I keep saying, they did a good job with that. I think these old returning characters are really cool. Of course, expanding on the lore of Marvel from the blip and all that, coming back. There's just so much happening, so much still yet to come and happen, but I really do think that it's going to go in a great way. Of course, this is the best one yet. This is a 10 out of 10. Again, they really did a good job of answering everyone's questions and making it interesting and not just, oh yeah, Wanda's doing it because of that, you know. They really did it in a way that I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, that works, and that works, and that really works, you know. All these things work. So it's a really great job by the director of all these episodes. I can't wait for the future. Again, no spoilers in the comments. Yeah, this is crazy, guys. I can't wait for 5 through 9. This is going to be an insane journey. It all makes sense now. I'm really geared up. And, you know, after I finish tomorrow, I'm going to be watching Revenge of the Sith, and then I'm going to watch Solo, Rogue One, Originals, sequels, and then after I finish all the Star Wars movies, I'm going to work on the MCU, so I'm really pumped to do that, because I'm kind of in the Marvel mood. But again, hopefully, you know, it'll be fun. So again, this was a great episode. It really answered my questions, and it really gave a more, like I said, I keep saying it, but it gave a more cohesive light to it all. You know, really unlocked the mystery of why she's doing this. For the most part, you know, not everything gets answered in this one, but for the most part, a lot of things do, and I can't wait for the future. Again, this is great. This whole whole show and series and story kind of started as like a mind effort, and now it's slowly unlocking. You know, the chest is being opened and unlocked, and all the goodies are coming out from inside the chest into my brain, and it's awesome. So again, guys, tell me in the comments, without spoiling it, if you can, what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, this is Marvel at its full capacity. This is really great. I can't wait for the future. A lot of things, again, this can get confusing if you're not following, but thankfully I'm following. I just remember. Because when it comes to franchises, I know a lot. But there's just so much to this, and it's great. You know what I mean? It's really like I said, it's unlocking all these mysteries that I didn't think they would do right in one episode, in like a 35-minute episode, but they did it, and it's just great stuff. Thank you, guys. I can't wait for more, and we'll see you in the next video.